So here our objective today is to look for the microwave and the RF optics. Correct? Now look at in this. We have again the multiple things which we can do. One is the antenna design. The antenna design, first one, that antenna is basically, you can say that horn antenna, the symbol of the horn antenna is given. Okay. Then you can use the circuit and components. So someone working in the domain of the VLSI can also use this one. The circuit and components. Then radar applications. If you want to do the radar cross section analysis, that what will be the impact of any target, okay, on the radar, then you can go for the radar analysis, isn't? There are multiple things which can be done. Then biomedical exposure, SAR specific, that is called the specific absorption rate. In all of your mobile, you must have seen that SAR lesser than 1.6 kg per 1.6 watt per kg. पढ़े होंगे, यदि नया पैकेज खरीदते हैं मोबाइल का तो उसको आज की डेट में लिखना जरूरी है. पहले जो चाइनीज से आता था उसमें नहीं लिखा जाता था, लेकिन आजकल मैंडेटरी हो चुका है. मीन्स आपका जो एक्सपोजर है इससे कम होना चाहिए. ऑलवेज देयर आर टू स्टैंडर्ड्स, वन इज द 1.6 एंड अनदर वन इज द 2 watt per kg फॉर द 110 ग्राम टिश्यू. नॉर्मली वो जो इवेल्युएट करते हैं तो स्टैंडर्ड होते हैं. एक है अमेरिकन स्टैंडर्ड विच इज योर 1.6 watt per kg. दैट ऑन, आई थिंक दैट इज ऑन द 1 ग्राम ऑफ द टिश्यू. यानी कि एक टिश्यू 1 ग्राम का टिश्यू हमने लिए, उसको हमने रेडिएशन दिया, इजेंट. और जो एब्जॉर्प्शन है आपके बॉडी का, जो टिश्यू जो एब्जॉर्ब करेगा इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक वेव को, वो उसका जो पावर होगा, दैट इज द पावर डेंसिटी यू कैन से, इजेंट. that will be equal to your 1.6 watt per kg. That is called the SAR. And normally all the mobile phones operate designed for so far that they should meet that criteria. If that criteria is not being met, then it is very difficult to sell on that particular mobile in the world, especially in the America, or even though if you are using the international standard, then the 2 kg per watt. So these are called the specific absorption rate, and that from there you can use the biomedical application. So when you are going to the biomedical application, you can differentiate between your tumors, okay, cancerous, non-cancerous cells, isn't? By doing the characterization. By doing the characterization, you can make some analysis for any part of the body, isn't? Further, you can do the image processing of that. So all these are can be done in this. Thereafter, it comes the optical application. So if someone is doing the optical analysis, working in the optical system, that is at the light wave frequency, then they can use the optical applications. Another one is the periodic structure. The periodic structure basically is related to the repetition. It is related to the repetition. So normally those who are working in the field of the frequency selective surfaces and similar kind of the devices, they use the this template, that periodic structure. So right now we will move to the first one. Next. Now in this, again you have the multiple options. One is called the horn, then you can see the planar patch, wire antenna, phased array, public unit cell, then dielectric resonator antenna, you can design reflector, 5G millimeter. Right now they have now introduced this one, earlier it was not, so I will also look at that. So then the mobile devices, sub 6 GHz devices, RFID, for the RFID also they have added the template. So these are the templates. Although even if you are not using the specific template, then also you can do the design by changing the boundaries, which I will show you. So I start with a wire antenna first. Am I right? Wire antenna. I will simply start with the wire antenna. So I clicked here. Next. Now we have for the wire, we have the triple options. For this only we have the 2 options. Normally you will find the professional version, there are about 6 solver setups. Means 6 methods by which you can do the simulation or the analysis of the structure. Okay. However, most prominent or mostly used one is time domain. Mostly used one is the time domain and next one is the frequency domain. So आप हम यहाँ पे select क्या कर लेंगे? That we will use the time domain. Am I right? Let us say it is already selected. If you wish this one, then also you can also do. But right now I will do the time domain. Next. Then you have this unit. You need not to do anything. If you have to change the length of the dimension, then you can change here. But otherwise, generally we used to leave it. If you are operating in the gigahertz range, then obviously you will look for the gigahertz, megahertz, whatever the range you are, the frequency at which you are operating. Isn't clear? So next is, now let us say that I want to have 1 to 10 gigahertz. Am I right? Assume it. 1 gigahertz to 10 gigahertz I want to have this one. Then I want to see the electric field pattern also. I want to see the magnetic field pattern also. I want to see the radiation pattern, how it is going to radiate. Okay. Then power flow and power loss. Although we can click here, but for the antennas, the power loss and power flow are not so important. If you want to go for the power flow is what? Basically it is the pointing vector. If you want to see, you can see. There is no harm in that. Power flow क्या है? Pointing vector है. जो हम पढ़े हुए हैं class में. So I selected from here. Next. Now look at this. Will give you a template. This is giving you a template. This template will appear to you. So in the template, what are the things you will have? Dimensions will be in the millimeter, and frequency is from 1 millimeter to 1 gigahertz to 10 gigahertz. Just you have selected. Then frequency, time, nanosecond, and that is a monitor. We are using the E field monitor, H field monitor, then the far field monitor. Isn't? Thereafter the temperature in the centigrade, and define at, it has been defined at the center, two ends of the frequency and the mid of the frequency. Correct? 1, 10 and 5.5, which is the center of the frequency. Even though it is being defined as some other thing, then also it is of no worry. So next, let us say that I have finished this one. Set it. Now click where it has gone. आ गया. Now